Hello, beautiful souls. This is your collective reading again. I had to redo it because there wasn't any sound. So we are going to start over with the collective energy. See what we have for everyone. So again, look at the name of this and see if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, at the end of this video, or you can go to the collective playlist and you can find one that does resonate with you. They are timeless, all of them. But I just pull the energies as they come to me in the reading, so that the playlist will get longer and longer. You know how that goes. There will be an extended to this as well, and we'll do a second spread and each individual sign, how it relates to this reading itself, okay? So, okay. We have manifest, just breathe, dreams coming true, feeling alone, change your focus, awaiting results, move, giving and receiving, love, and listen. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the base chakra. Interesting. Okay, so the base chakra is in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. This is very much telling me that something that didn't have a good foundation, something that wasn't solid, something that wasn't planned out or didn't manifest really yet, is getting a change. So it's like a breath of fresh air coming into it. Or if some of you were dealing with timing, the timing is now right for something, okay? I couldn't find my Rider-Waite deck for a second. That's what I was looking for. Okay, I got it. So I'm going to talk about what's on the table first, and then we're going to go into some cards. Yeah, manifest is here because it's saying that everything is on the table for something to be successful, right? It's like somebody is making that leap of faith. Someone is stepping towards a goal, whether this is you or someone else. That's what's happening at the moment. So it's almost like you're moving into a place where eventually there will be a choice. I don't feel like there's a choice now, but it's almost like this is the beginning of something. So later it'll be like, am I doing this? Am I not? Yeah, the hardest part is someone is coming out of arrest. So it looks as though you moved on from something. You wanted to walk away from it. You were done with it. And it's coming back around. So someone that you were dealing with is trying to come back, or opportunity that you walked away from is trying to come back. This is the same energy from the first collective reading. So now that this opportunity is here, it involves a challenge because you moved away from it. You moved on with your life. You decided to do other things and focus on other things, right? It's interesting because there is a bit of acceptance here. Like you need to accept what's coming towards you. This doesn't mean that you need to go into it. This doesn't mean that if someone offers you something and they have been terrible to you, that you're supposed to take it. It just means that for some of you, there's a lesson attached to it that you need to go through and then finally release this person, right? For some of you, this is an opportunity to start something new again. You don't want to, but you should just try and see where it's going to go. And it gives me this energy of you getting rid of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. So you don't want to say no to something and then later be like, oh, I should have did that. Oh, I should have seen what that person was thinking or what was happening. I should have took that opportunity to go back to school. I could have been halfway done by now, you know? So I feel like moving forward with this, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. Okay, this talks about difficulty. Yeah, the Nine of Cups in reverse. It does talk about difficulty, okay? And it's because you want something so bad. It was once a dream of yours, and you're not attached to it, but there's some emotional web tangled to this, okay? Whether it's a relationship or a job situation or a career situation. But it's telling me that it's not going to be easy. So I feel like there's a little bit of conflict here. But it's more about conflict of what it is that you want. It's kind of like you need to go into this with a clean slate and a clean mind, especially with this Magician being here. You know, it's about standing in your power of who you are, what's your truth, stepping into this issue to close it, resolve it, or make it grow, or, you know, let it grow. There's a feeling of just going into something and letting it flow and see what's going to happen, okay? And instead of going into it one-minded, like dead set on something, and then you're not listening to anything else but that, okay? The problem with this is you're kind of going in blank. There's no promises being given to you. There's no love confessions per se. It's kind of like somebody just comes back and picks up where they left off, right? It's like you go back to school and just do it. There's not an investment yet to see what's going to come out of it. So right now, it just looks like an opportunity that could be. But because of what you've been through in the past or some sort of issue with this, it kind of throws up a red flag to you. Because you moved on from it. You moved on from it because there was no growth. Or because something wasn't happening. Or because there were blockages. And it's like Spirit's asking you to go back in with no promises. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Right? So for you, it's all about you figuring out if things are going in the right direction. So again, don't be the one pushing things to happen. Okay? Don't give it an air of superiority over your life. Okay? It's more of just an added thing to your life. Okay? If that makes any sense. Especially with the Chariot being here. Some of you may be waiting to move and there is a pause in you moving, okay? And it feels like your dream won't come true. That's not necessarily true at all, they're saying. It just means that there's something that needs more planning. So there's something that needs some work put around it still. But don't give up on it, you know? In your environment, we have the Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is the universe wanting to give you what you want, especially with this Wheel of Fortune being here. There is a change, and this is the change, is whatever is coming in your environment. It's not you, okay? So this is a person coming back, okay, that wants to give. They want to try to turn things around. This could be you going back to school, and this is an opportunity that you should give to. If you need to take it slow, that's fine, because there's energy on this about taking it slow. I don't know why, but there is about taking it slow. Okay? Hopes and fears, we have the Love in reverse. You want to make sure that you're making the right decisions for your mental and emotional health. It's kind of like not wanting to get into something and hope for the best and then have it fall apart. And that's why it's more about going with the flow. Okay? This is one of those things where you have to make good decisions. There's temptation to go all in. There's temptation to like cause havoc by having a one-minded focus. This is saying that there's two sides to every story. There's two situations. So what seems to be something unfortunate or seems to be something that is not that someone isn't working on things or making it happen. It's working itself out. And I don't want to say that specifically because I feel like there's somebody here that's getting rid of someone. So you're going back in because there's a little bit of hope left, but you're seeing that this person isn't working on things, so you will be leaving. You will be making that decision to leave. Okay? Because this ends with listen in reverse, which is your intuition. This is the High Priestess. So this is listening to your intuition. This is in the final space because this is what's going to get you through, right? Your intuition is going to tell you if something's working or if it's not, and you have to listen, okay? There's no double dealing. And what I mean by double dealing is when you have this specific focus, and you want to move towards one specific place or one specific thing, it takes out the energy of you being able to go with the flow and let things happen, right? It takes out the energy of you being able to see clearly and be truthful to yourself. So it's important here for you to listen to your intuition at the end of this. And I feel like that card came up instead of a specific card because there's 3 different scenarios that I felt. One is about school, work, or education. The other is about leaving someone behind and trying one more time. And the third one is somebody's coming back to try their luck, but they're not opening up completely. And it feels to you as though they're not putting in the time and effort. Okay? So there's the 3 scenarios that I see here. But what's happening is an unstable foundation. You're not going towards what you desire. You know, this is a jumping point for your life. So there's one thing that you're going to build, and then it's just going to change your life from there, which is one of those 3 things. And this is bringing about that change so you're able to do that. Also in the spread, the only card that you have upright cards is the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. And this is saying that there's a change coming into your life that you need to pay attention to, right? It's giving you some sort of power, some sort of direction, some sort of focus, something, right? And you need to either pay attention or do something about what it is that you're about to be involved in, okay? So let's clarify a little bit. Yeah, I feel like where there was no offer, you have an offer coming in, but it's not really an offer because it's not stable here, right? So it's like someone's taking the risk, someone's taking the step, right? But there's no finality to it. There's nothing to build off of. That's what it looks like, which is why that's here, because it's a change, something's happening, but you don't know really where it's going at that point. It's just an opportunity. It's just like somebody opening up the door, if you will. So then the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is like, it's time for you to come out of a rest. It's time for you to re-enter something. The thing is, it's teaching you something about your emotions. It's like there's a lesson here to learn about your emotions, your drive, your heart, what it is that you want to do. It is about going with the flow. It is about listening to your intuition. It's like seeing if this thing is going to nurture you, if it's going to be the thing for you. And that's why it's so hard to come out of this rest, because it looks like if this is someone coming in, they really care about you and they want that love and care that you give, like, away back to them. But for you, it just feels like there's no solid, we're in a relationship kind of thing. Yeah, someone hurt you in the past. They hurt you bad and you had to move on from it. This could have been cheating, honestly, telling lies about talking to someone else, but it's like they didn't think about you. It feels like you didn't think about me. If this is career, you had to leave an idea or schooling or opportunity behind. So, because you had to move on with your life. It's almost like you had to deal with other things, or other things became more important. And this was a choice that you had to make, unfortunately. Yeah. Again, just go with the flow, right? This is about being steady. This is about being consistent. And I feel like that's what you're trying to figure out. If there is something to build here. If it's a good idea. If it's rational to make this decision. Is it responsible to make this decision? But in order to do that, it's like you have to accept what has happened in the past and then step into it and see if you can do that. And again, it's about getting rid of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, seeing if you can continue to walk that path with this person or with this individual, okay? Yeah, seeing if you can get rid of the negative energy in a situation. You may be dealing with a Capricorn, but this is just about seeing if you can deal with something before you have to completely shift it out of your life. Because I feel like it's easier to just shift it out of your life or not deal with it. But it's telling you to see if you can. You know, everybody's situation is different. Some people can handle things longer than other people can. You know, it's about your truth and what you can handle. Let's be honest. The Four of Swords and the Death card on the Nine of Cups in reverse. I feel like you've been really comfortable in not doing this thing. Not thinking about it. Not processing it fully. You know? It's almost like if you ignore it, then you can just go about how you usually were going. But because I feel like there's a transit or something like that that's happening that's shifting the energy, you can't do that at this point. It's showing you that you're not content, or something is bothering you, or something needs to be dealt with, which is why you're going to deal with it. So you may have taken a rest, you may have stopped talking to someone, you may have taken some time away from school, but again, that is not what's best for you. It's like you're fine and you can do it, but at the same time, you have this thought in your head, and it's like a nagging thought in your head, okay? Or this opportunity. So, awaiting results. Some of you went back to someone that lied to you, or the person you're dealing with did that, okay? And they're trying to figure out if it's the right decision. If this person is completely a liar, or they just lied one time. For some of you, okay? You know, that's that let's try it one more time. But the more that they invest in this, they're starting to see that it's not the smart thing to do, right? It's just them trying to control a situation. Just like if you're not going back to school because you're blaming it on money, it's just a way for you to make an excuse for why you're not doing it. But when it comes down to it, you're not investing in the best place for your future. And it is about you. It's about you. It's about your stability. It's about being comfortable and happy where you are. That's what this is about. Yeah, there is some negative energy here. So for you, it's like you're not going in the right direction. In your mind, you're like, you're confused about what direction to go in. You're not really opening up. You have a block. You either don't trust a person, you don't trust the situation, you don't know if you have time, you don't want to waste your time and energy. There's a lot of that going on. Honestly, for those of you who wanted to move, I see that there's a blockage that you need to get through that you can work on. You can work on this blockage. It's just up to you if you want to work on it or not. So let's see in your environment. Yeah. Okay, the High Priestess in reverse. So someone's telling the truth about their feelings. This is the thing. They're not saying it though, okay? But they know it and they're acting upon it, if this is a person, okay? If this is like a career thing, this is the universe revealing to you what it is that you should do. So some of you have been praying for something and you're like, well, if I get it, I'm going to take it. So this is your opportunity to do that. Okay. Communication is going to pick up. It's almost like it happens really quick, like you weren't expecting it. Okay. You weren't expecting it. And it's almost like it wakes you up. You know, it wakes you up. Now, here's the thing. So whatever's coming towards you, whether career, school, or a person, they're not perfect. They're not coming in on a knight in shining armor, but they are communicating. Okay? They are communicating, but they're not giving you any emotion. Okay? And it could be a little bit frustrating. I feel like this person is just a little bit awkward, or they're a little bit discouraged because of what it is that they have been through. But you have a new perspective with the High Priestess. You have a new perspective because of your intuition. And I feel like your intuition's telling you to come out of rest and try this, or to close a cycle out. Some of you need to move forward to honestly, finally close something out. And stop giving it so much hope and faith. You know it's not fair. Okay. So hopes and fears, we have the love. Love, which is the Lovers in reverse. And the hopes and fears, patience. Patience, because this is a big decision. And I feel like that's why a lot of you have to go back into something to make sure that you fully want to close it out. A lot of you need to balance out the truth. You know, like what it is that you deserve emotionally, what it is that's for you and is not. And you're going to see that whatever this thing is, isn't. Or that you need to put action into something that you have ignored. It could be one of the two. It is like a new, fresh perspective. Some of you are going to break up with someone. Some of you are rethinking what relationships mean to you. And how you were in one that didn't give you that energy. And some of you are reestablishing your patience to get back to what your first main goal was for yourself as far as your career and your money. You stepped away from it for a while and now you're making the decision to pick that back up. So we close out on the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, your intuition is here to help you make a decision. Okay? You don't want to listen to your intuition and then not act upon it. What's the point of using it? What's the point of having it if you're not going to listen to it? Yeah, that's what I see you doing. I see you knowing what you have to do, but not doing it. And it has a lot to do with it feeling like it's a final decision. It's like, oh, I'm getting ready to step into something. This is going to be that step. But being afraid to take that step or miscalculation. It's like you don't want to do things wrong. So this is like that energy of, sometimes I get readings from people with this energy. And it's like, I want to know the truth so I know what to do. I want to know if this person likes me. I want to know if I should do this. And then you tell them no and they're like, well, maybe that just means not right now. Maybe that means that I should wait. You know, it's kind of like making an excuse when you know your intuition is telling you that you need to do something, or that you need to try, or that you need to end something. And you're like, I don't know. But that's what this energy feels like to me. So I'm going to shut up. And if you want to have the extended reading, that will be available on Patreon. Links in the description box below. You can also go through the collective readings and see if one resonates with you. I love you so much. Sorry again about the sound issue, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.